Hey everybody, it's Mike, a digitalnomad.net. Have my YouTube channel since 2016, but guess what? People much longer than that have thought that maybe we're just in a simulation. Maybe none of this is real. It's just all a computer simulation. And before you dismiss that, please listen to what I have to say. Listen to what I've compiled. Now, the number one proponent of this is Elon Musk, and I heard him say this stuff within the last 10 years, here and there at different meetings and podcasts. And so I've made a compilation here of his thoughts and his information conveyance in regards to this. And also, my wife and I, Denise, recently rewatched The Matrix, which was originally launched in 1999, released a movie. And I thought it was a really cool movie with a lot of cool special effects, which were cutting edge at the time. But I didn't quite grasp the entire meaning of that movie until, I don't know, the last 10 years. I've been just referencing that movie. And in a way, like I said, I didn't quite understand it when I watched the movie, but now that life plays out, some 25 plus years later, it all makes sense. So we rewatched it, and it makes even more sense. And that's why I figured I got to put this video together. So let's get right into it. All right, Elon Musk has frequently discussed the simulation hypothesis, which is the idea that our reality might be a computer simulation created by an advanced civilization, in various interviews and public addresses. His remarks often draw on the 2003 paper by philosopher Nick Bostrom, which argues that at least one of the following three scenarios are true. Number one, civilizations go extinct before creating advanced simulations. Number two, they choose not to run such simulations. Or number three, we are almost certainly living in one, a simulation. Okay, Musk's statements typically emphasize the rapid advancement of technology like video games to suggest we're likely in a simulation due to the statistical probability of many simulated realities existing. Below is a detailed compilation of key instances where Musk has mentioned this idea based on available sources, ensuring I critically examine the narrative and avoid unsupported claims. Okay. So it's various sources. All right. Key instances of Elon Musk discussing simulation theory. Number one, June 1st, 2016. That's when I started my channel. Well, actually, I started it, I think, in like September, something like that, of 2016. Recode's Code Conference, Rancho Palos Verdes, California. Context. During a Q&A with The Verge co-founder Josh Topolsky of Recode's Code Conference, Musk elaborated on the simulation hypothesis. Keynote. Quote, there's a 1 billion to 1 chance we're living in base reality. The strongest argument for us being in a simulation is the following. 40 years ago, we had Pong, 2 rectangles and a dot. Now, 40 years later, we have photorealistic 3D simulations with millions of people playing simultaneously, and it's getting better every year. This was in 2016, remember. If you assume any rate of improvement at all, then games will become indistinguishable from reality, unquote. Details. Musk argued that the exponential progress in computing power from rudimentary games like Pong to photorealistic virtual worlds suggests that advanced civilizations could create simulations indistinguishable from reality. He posted that if such simulations are possible, the odds of us being in, quote, base reality, unquote, which is non-simulated reality, are, quote, 1 in billions, unquote, due to the potential for countless simulations. He humorously noted banning simulation discussions with his brother in hot tubs as they were too frequent. Musk suggested that being in a simulation might be preferable to civilization ending, as it implies humanity survived to create such technology. Yeah, you ever thought about that? Number two, September 7th, 2018, The Joe Rogan Experience, podcast number 1169, Los Angeles, California. Context, during a 2.5-hour interview with comedian Joe Rogan, Musk discussed simulation theory alongside topics like AI, Mars colonization, and flamethrowers. Keynotes, quote, if you assume any rate of improvement at all, then games will be indistinguishable from reality or civilization will end. One of these two things will occur, therefore we are most likely in a simulation because we exist. Why would you make a simulation that's boring? You'd make a simulation that's way more interesting than based reality, unquote. Drama, huh? That's what's exciting. Details. Musk reiterated his argument about video game progress, citing the universe's 13.8 billion year age as ample time for advanced civilizations to create simulations. He suggested that a simulation would be designed to be engaging like video games or movies rather than mundane. The interview, which included Musk smoking a joint, gained attention for its candid and wide-ranging nature, amplifying the simulation theory discussion. Number 3, April 16, 2019, interview with Lex Fridman, MIT researcher, Tesla Factory. Context: in an interview with MIT researcher Lex Fridman, Musk was asked what question he'd posed to the first artificial general intelligence AGI system. Key quote, "What's outside the simulation?" unquote. Details: Musk reiterated his belief in, quote, Matrix style, unquote, simulation. Referencing his 2016 Code Conference argument about video game advancements, he expressed curiosity about the nature of the reality beyond our potential simulation, suggesting that an AGI might provide insights into the, quote, higher levels of existence. This reflects his philosophical interest in what lies outside our perceived reality. Number 4, 2021. CodeCon 2021, exact date unspecified, virtual event. Context: during an interview at CodeCon 2021, Musk was asked if he believes human existence is part of a larger simulation. Key quote, "My heart says no, and my brain says yes," unquote. Details: Musk's response showed a nuanced perspective, blending skepticism with intellectual openness. He tied the simulation hypothesis to technological progress, noting advancements in virtual reality and AI. The source also mentions the anecdote from author Devin Gordon in the BBC's The Elon Musk Show, where Musk reportedly suggested his former partner Grimes might be a simulation created for him. Okay. Though this claim lacks direct confirmation from Musk and seems speculative, and I think they're not together anymore. He's been through with others since then. Number 5, December 2021, response to a tweet about Pong's anniversary. Context: Musk responded to a tweet by an engineering trivia account about the 49th anniversary of the 1972 video game Pong, tying it to simulation theory. Key quote, 49 years later, games are photorealistic 3D worlds. What does that trend continuing imply about our reality? Unquote. Details: Musk used the tweet to reinforce his simulation argument, suggesting that the trajectory of gaming technology from Pong to photorealistic 3D worlds implies we're likely in a simulation, as advanced civilization could create countless such realities. Number 6, June 6, 2025. That's very recent. An X post. Context: Musk responded to a discussion involving Grok, IMP, Arif, and Holmar's blog on X. Key quote, quote, "If simulation theory is correct, then my theory is probably right, as boring simulations are terminated to save computer costs, which is what we do to simulations in our reality, exclamation mark," unquote. Musk suggested that if we're in a simulation, it's likely an interesting one, as advanced civilizations would terminate unengaging simulations to optimize computing resources, mirroring how humans manage simulations today. This post reflects his ongoing engagement with the topic on social media. Number 7, July 13th, 2025, X post. It's very recent here. Musk posted on X after a late night discussion with the XAI team. Key quote, "After talking to the XAI team late one night about this, I thought, damn, we're probably in a sim right now," smiley face. No, sad face. It's a sad face emoji there. Unquote. Details: this casual post reflects Musk's continued fascination with simulation theory, triggered by discussions with his XAI team, likely tied to AI advancements and their implications for creating realistic simulations. It underscores his tendency to revisit the topic spontaneously. Additional X post mentions. These are going to be a little bit older. September 23rd, 2023, to Creepy on Earth, he said, Musk said there's a 99.99999% chance that we're living in a simulation, unquote, citing no specific event. This exaggerates Musk's typical 1 in a billion claim and lacks a verifiable source, so it's treated as inconclusive. April 14th, 2024 at TSARNICK, referenced Musk's 2016 Code conference remarks linking to a video clip of the event reinforcing, quote, billion to one, quote, odd statement. So which one do you think it is? Let me know in the comments. Next one, December 28th, 2024 at Mario Newfall quoted Joe Rogan citing Musk's billions to one claim from the 2018 podcast, emphasizing Musk's firm belief in the simulation hypothesis. July 14th, 2025 at Level Up Minds, MINDZ, and July 17th, 2025 at the DARSHAKRAANA. Both claim Musk declared, quote, there's a billion to one chance we are not living in the simulation. Okay, billion to one chance we are not living in a simulation. So he's almost certain, right? Citing quantum physicists' views that subatomic particles behave like, quote, rendered code, unquote. These posts misrepresent Musk's stance, as he consistently argues we're likely in a simulation, not in base reality. No evidence supports this reversed claim, and it contradicts his documented statements. The quantum physics reference aligns loosely with theories such like digital physics, but lacks a direct Musk attribution. Analysis and context. Okay, we're almost done with this. Core argument. Musk's discussions hinge on Bostrom's trilemma and the rapid evolution of computing power. That was mentioned at the beginning, 3 possible things that we could be in right now. He often cites the progression from the 1970s, games like Pong, to ultra-modern photorealistic games, e.g. Unreal Engine, and emerging technologies like virtual reality, Neuralink's brain-machine interfaces, and AI, suggesting that future civilizations could create simulations indistinguishable from reality. He argues that if even one civilization achieves this, the number of simulated realities would vastly outnumber base reality, making our odds of being in the latter, quote, 1 in billions, unquote. Philosophical roots. Musk's views build on Bostrom's 2003 paper and echo older philosophical ideas like Plato's allegory of the cave, Descartes' evil demon, and Zungazi's butterfly dream, which question the nature of reality. Skepticism and counterarguments. Critics like physicist Sabine Hassenfelder call simulation theory pseudoscience, arguing it's unfalsifiable and ignores physical limits like Nielsen-Niemeyer theorem. Neil deGrasse Tyson, once a proponent, 50-50 odds in 2018, later cited J. Richard Gott's objection that our inability to create high-fidelity simulations suggests we're either in base reality or the last in a chain of simulations, reducing the hypothesis's probability. Physicist David Tong notes that simulating a universe's complexity, especially at quantum scales, is currently impossible. And then there's some notes in here. His consistent business, 1 in billions. Okay, sources don't cover every possible instance of Musk comments. They don't, but these are the main big ones. Musk endorsements, especially high profile. Okay, so what do you think? Now, this obviously relates to the Matrix movie, because the Matrix, if you're familiar with it, and it's funny because even if you've seen it, you need to go watch it again. And I'm talking about the original Matrix, not any kind of sequels. It shows that they believe we're in a simulation and that humans, which are electrical, are being used by the computer AI as an energy source and nothing more. And you're not even using your eyes. You're experiencing something, but it's not reality. And that's where they get the blue pill and the red pill from, and it's not a politically motivated movie, but the blue pill is that you're in fantasy land, not living in this falsified, simulated reality, and the red pill is you learn the truth. So I would watch the movie again, but let me know your comments down below. Let me know what you think. If you have any other sources of information, please comment them down below and share this with anybody that may be interested. Share this with anyone you know out there in the simulation and may be interested. See you in the next video.